nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Houston Oilers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Taken in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Down at the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Wentz. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not much there, only a yard.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On 2nd down, it's Pearson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's Pearson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
He was
to give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack him because right now they'll probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on third down.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the Panthers are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen. Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. On second and goal, Wentz. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays. Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs. It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Throwing on first down. Hicks. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency. Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. On second down now, Harden, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
On 3rd down, Hicks. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. At the 47. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball. No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Number 36.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we? We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
3rd down.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
And a Panther first down.
They run the counter. It's Williamson, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Now a give right side. Williamson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On play action, it's Wentz. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a give right side. Harden. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
On 1st and 10, Hicks. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch.
Hicks pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 40.
From the gun, Hicks. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now
throwing on 3rd and long. Hicks. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Pulled in at the 24. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd down, it's Pearson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
16-yard line.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wentz, and he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
He is good.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Hicks got a man. That's Colin Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st and 10 at the 48.
On 1st down, Hicks. He's going to air one out. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake. Hicks. Looking downfield for Jones. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
To throw on third down. Hicks. It's caught. Jones.
That's good.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40.
First and 10 at the 40.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Intercepted.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone.
Yeah.
Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Wentz now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
11 yards. And it's third down.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
At the 47-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Hicks. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. They'll run on first down. Harden. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made by
Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hicks. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. The 30. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball? and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order. That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field. That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
48. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 19.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Off play action. Hicks. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Off the play fake. Hicks trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Right there, 54, right there.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hicks looking for his running back, and he's got him. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Hicks. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
It's now 2nd and
To throw on 2nd down. Hicks looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Colin Johnson there, the intended target. 3rd down here. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 3rd down, Hicks. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Down. So now out is the Panther offense as he'll come in and go for the two-point try. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Wentz is going to keep it. They'll try and run it here. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
19. Oilers, nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hicks. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Operating from the gun, Hicks. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Derek Brown in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And taken at the 46. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. On 1st down, Pearson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Pearson, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, it's hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Chark with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Point after.
They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
4 yards on the pickup.
To throw on second down. Hicks. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground. Pearson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Play action. Now Wentz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Complete.
27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. Again, he targets more. This one is complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Again, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. He'll return it from the 6. 31 yards on the punt there. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
15-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of it. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Brian Burns in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Looking to throw on second down. Hicks. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The offense on third down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will bump the lead up to 26.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing after the interception. Hicks. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Number 22.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
28-yard line.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A good gain of 12 yards that time. From the gun, Hicks. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. 20, taking it right down Broadway. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6. For a Panther touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On 1st and 10, Hicks. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Brian Burns in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. And incomplete as the clock stops here with just 1 second to go in this football game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43.